Welcome back to another exciting episode of Let's Play Megaman X3. In the last episode, we took care of the intro stage, and now we're going to take care of our Mavericks list. I always considered taking care of the ice characters first, because to me they seemed rather easy. So we'll be taking care of, I think his name is Blizzard Buffalo. Yep, Blizzard Buffalo. Welcome to the special edition of Megaman X3. This is a special edition hack made by a guy named Justin 3009. He's done a really excellent job with this so far, and he's not finished with this game yet, but I figured I'll decided just to go ahead and promote this game now to show off that this is a really nice addition that he's done. What he's basically done is considered to, as everyone has called it, made Megaman X3 to the way they should have had it done. In the original version, Zero, I keep getting those two guys mixed up. I don't know why. I feel bad. Zero is only played temporary, and he would have left before I've entered this room. Case in point. But Justin has managed to make this game, redid this game. I'm not going to say he made this game. That's not right. He's redid this game so the fact that you can now play as Zero fully. And of course, with doing that, he also did other things too, not just made Zero fully playable. As you can notice, the life meter on the left is not fully charged up. Originally, Zero would have fully charged up health, but he doesn't now. Zero's been dimmed down so that you can use him as though you're using a normal character, like you're using Zero, you're using X. God damn it, I'm doing that again. I have like a weird illness. What's also nice is he also made it considerate to when collecting X's parts. He's changed up the dialogue so that Dr. Light will recognize that you are Zero, and that he thanks you for supporting X throughout dangerous times. He's changed up the dialogue in many of the areas, and that's in many of the areas to include that Zero is not X. So, sorry. Now you can see that he's really done a really nice job. And I know I said that he's not finished with it yet. He kind of wants to change it up a little bit to make it more to the modern Zero now that we all know and love. In an instance, in which case, get rid of the Z Buster. I always loved the Z Buster because I kind of felt, it's something to, this is the only game that you get to play it fully. But I guess not. One of the neat little features is that in two cases you can always change up between X and Zero. In one case is, of course, in the main screen, which I will show you in a little bit. The second case is, of course, the same area as always. The same place as always, where we can always change up Zero, and that's with with that option. But instead of having it be one time, where it usually is, you can do it multiple times. See? Instead of having it being a static, it's Zero. Also, another thing to point out is that Zero... Oops, well, I guess you'll find out now. Zero doesn't die immediately. It's not a one-time shot. Zero can come back at any time. Now, that's one thing I was gonna mention, that if you guys are thinking, oh, well, this is just, a simple hack that a Game Genie can do. Yes, I'm aware that you can do that too. But you'll always get stuck with, always having the dialogue of Zero being fully busted, and then he can come back again, and then it just would be so annoying. But thanks to what Justin has done, he's actually made it so that Zero is a normal character, and this is what Mega Man X should have been. This is what Mega Man X3 should have been, and many people would agree with me, and a lot of people would agree with me. So pretty much, yes, you can play as Zero fully, and of course, you can go to the stages. Now, if anybody who has played the Mega Man X or used the Game Genie would know that Zero's saber is actually quite powerful enough to actually destroy a bot in one shot. This is not true in this mod. Of course, making Zero to be a playable character and not being overpowered badass like people would like him to be. He's dimmed Zero down so that he doesn't oh crud. He made him so he wouldn't be such an overpowered badass like you want to be. I like this. I figured it's a nice little gesture to have Zero be dimmed down and be a fully playable character. It's a nice little neat trick. Of course, not all his animations. Of course, one thing that he should mention is that not all his animations are done, but that animation looks pretty cool in itself. Anyway, so now that we've managed to defeat the first character through Zero, I guess I'll go ahead and mention what I'm going to be doing with this game. I'm going to be trying to finish this game with Zero alone. Zero may be, still badass, as you would assume he is, and that's completely fine, even to me. So we'll be playing with Zero fully throughout this entire game. Now, the other thing that you guys may be wondering, how did I manage to switch to Zero in such a easy trick? Well, I'll just show you right now. If you press on the button on the X button, you'll be hearing a noise. That's switch to Zero, or that's switch to X, that's switch to Zero. X, 0, X, 0. Okay. Now that you guys have figured that out, let's go ahead and head towards the next boss, and I'll show you. And let's have some more fun with Zero. Anyway, this is one of those. I just really love this, and I don't know if I should consider this a hack. I should probably mention. He's doing a lot of work with this game to redo it the way it should be. And though this is where like Zero is fully playable, like I said, Justin is not finished with the game yet. He wants to make the game a little bit more to what modern Mega Man X game is now, which is basically where Zero's not using a Z Buster at all. He's using a Z Saber a lot, and though that's fine in my opinion. Like I said, I love the Z Saber and the Z Buster. I really should probably not confuse that. Why do I have such a confusion problem? Anyway, I mean, though I will I will probably play the game with the Z Saber version, which he would probably consider it the more complete version, but whatever. But I still like this version nonetheless. I mean, the Z Buster is not a weapon that was like not supposed to have Zero to have, and later games he just didn't feel like using it. I think that's the excuse that they got of. In X3 or X5 and X5, if you played with as Mega Man X through the intro stage, Zero would have lost his Buster gun from Sigma's attack. Which, if you guys have played that game, great. Glad you guys have. Whoops. And I usually was able to kill this character pretty easily. Anyway, but he was able to reuse it in X5 and X6, though not as grateful as he usually did. So it's not really a weapon that was like, you know, not meant for zero to use. He was I guess you could say it was sort of for balancing purposes that they removed it in X6 because they wanted to make him to be more of an for expert character players, because you have to be so close range to the enemy to actually kill them rather than farther away. It may be very confusing, and I can understand that, but yeah, that's just the gesture it is. And they brought it back for, you know, fan purposes, but still. It's still, you know, I always considered, you know, Zero to still have that weapon regardless of, you know, of not using it anymore. One of the another downside thing that that Justin hasn't done yet is that when you switch weapons, Zero still remains his red colors. He doesn't have the other colors that he's supposed to have. He also made the enemies a bit more, I think he also made the enemies a bit more tougher. Rather than being so slow, they are a little bit more quick on their feet. And also the icicle that I use has also been changed up a little bit so that it actually functions more quickly. I think. I'm not really 100% sure. But we managed to kill Toxic, and that's all that's important. Of course, that was his weakness, of course. Acid Burst. I don't know what he's going to be doing with the with Zero when it comes to those special attacks, but I'm you know, I still think he's done a great job with this game. And now we are introduced to Dr. Doppler, who is the mastermind behind all this fandango. We're also introduced to Bit and Bite. Bit is the short guy, Bite is the big guy. And they're kind of more resemblant to samurais, if I remember correctly. Bit's supposed to have like a shield in many people have seen pictures of, a mysterious maverick. Even though that it's very darkened, we know who it is already, it is, so I won't say anything. But he never uses the shield. I've seen many pictures of him having a shield in his hands. It's kind of funny that he doesn't have it. Still a pain in the ass as he always is. Anyway, now we have new enemies to deal with, just like the X-Hunters in the last game. Now we have to deal with Bit and Bite and our mysterious hunter, which everyone already knows who it is, so who cares? But anyway, we'll get to that in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Join me next time in Megaman X3, where we continue fighting the Mavericks and dealing with our new friends. Talk to y'all later.